Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rakita. As you can see by the title, this video is going to be all about the things I wish I knew before moving to the Gambia. For those of you who are new to my channel or maybe never even heard of the Gambia before, the Gambia is a small little country inside of West Africa. I believe it's the smallest inland country in Africa. Me and my family moved here about 6 years ago from Clarksville, Tennessee. Big jump. Pretty much my whole entire channel kind of like documents my whole journey of living here. A lot has happened in these past 6 years, and I mean a lot. I've learned a lot of things about myself, about others, and just in general it's just been a really great journey so far. So I kind of wanted to make this video to share with those who may be thinking of coming to the Gambia or just thinking of moving to a country in Africa. I just wanted to make this video kind of talking about the things I wish I knew before we made this move over here. Keep in mind, when I moved over here I was only 15 years old. Just keep that in mind, because when I first came here, of course, a lot of the things that I was missing and wanting to do was kind of like immature and things that really didn't matter much in life. So now that I'm 22 years old, like a lot of things that I feel are so relevant now that I wasn't thinking of before I made the move over here or when I was 15. It would be very helpful, like I said, to those who are thinking of moving here if I share these things with you guys. Or if you have children that you're thinking of bringing along with you and they're a bit hesitant, and maybe you're just hesitant with bringing them, maybe you can definitely show them this video and maybe it'll help prepare them a little bit or kind of know what to expect when moving here. So everything pretty much on this list, I have some notes that I have here, is in no particular order, so I just wanted to make this quick disclaimer. These are just things that popped in my head that I feel is very necessary to share. Just things that I wish I knew before coming here. So first off, when my parents were just kind of discussing with other family members about their plans on moving over here, just know that not everyone is going to want to support your decision in moving and starting a new life somewhere so far, far away. We are miles and miles away from Clarksville, Tennessee, and Chicago, which is pretty much where a majority of my family is. And a lot of them still have the mentality of just living in the same, I don't want to say the hood, but like they just like that sort of lifestyle. If you're from Chicago, you know how it is. You know how crazy it can be. Some people just like staying in that sort of environment because it's all that they ever known and just all that they're used to. So imagine like majority of your family is staying there and you're just like, you know, I'm about to move, I'm going all the way to a country in West Africa, we don't know nobody there, blah blah blah. So of course it was kind of like a lot of people weren't supporting the decision for my parents to take us over here, and they were just saying all of the stereotypes, like this is gonna happen when you go over there, y'all ain't gonna have this, y'all ain't gonna have that, like it's just not gonna be easy, blah blah blah. So just know that you won't always have a lot of people supporting your decision to move over here because of the whole stereotype that has kind of been forced on Africa through like the media, like the starving children and the not having water 24/7, electricity, like to a certain extent, okay, I will say, like the power outages and like the water sort of situation, like we have experienced that, of course, but I mean, there are so many other countries in this world that are experiencing the same thing, including America. There's so many places in America that are experiencing not running water. The Flint water situation, like that was one whole thing. So I just want to say that, yeah, definitely you will have some people that will not be 100% on board with your decision to move over here just because of the whole stereotype of Africa. So if you do have that sort of people in your family, you can already imagine that's gonna come with that if you do let them know you're thinking of moving here. So that kind of goes in next with what I'm about to say. If you're not really close with a lot of your family members or relatives, for example, I'm not really close with a lot of my cousins. We were already not living close by each other in America, so I never really grew up around them. I didn't know them that much, blah blah blah. If you have people in your family that you're not really close to and you don't see that much, moving, like imagine moving miles and miles away, it's not gonna make it any easier. So just keep that in mind, like when you do move here, you may not be as close into contact with certain people, not even just family but friends, because number one, the time differences. When it's morning here, it's night there, and vice versa. When it's night there, it's morning here. Like you learn like really the value of proper communication. Next thing I would say I wish I knew before moving over here would be like learning more of the local languages that are going to be in that country. So this depends on which African country you're thinking of relocating to. Like Gambia is an English speaking country, but the main like local language that they do speak is Wolof. And I've, of course, now 6 years living here, I've picked up on a lot of the words in Wolof, so I can hear some certain things, but speaking it, I need to do a little bit better with that. But yeah, just I would definitely recommend learning, just doing your research, of course, and knowing what languages are really spoken there, because it would definitely help you out a lot in the long run, getting around, not getting cheated, and like you can just communicate a lot better with a lot of people. You know, if there is going to be a big language barrier there, you won't have to go through that hassle. I remember in high school I did only Spanish, but there was also a French option. And if I would have known that people here speak French, because of course Senegal is like a mostly French speaking country, that would have helped a lot when we went to our trip, when we took our trip to Senegal like a couple years back, because none of us knew French and it was so difficult getting around, because when we went there it was like if you didn't know French or at least Wolof, like you're not gonna get really far there. It was quite difficult. So yeah, if I would have known that, I would have definitely at least did my first year in high school doing French, just to know the basics and be a little bit more familiar with it. Luckily here at the school they did teach French here, but at least having a little bit of experience knowing French, I could have even been in an advanced class at the school I was here, because I already, you know, had some experience. But no, I didn't know that. So I would definitely say, definitely do your research, see what languages they're speaking in that country, and if you can get a little bit of classes on that, or just go on online. There's a whole bunch of classes, online classes for learning new languages, so that would definitely help you out a lot. Next, I would definitely say I wish I knew before moving here, which I kind of knew. Like obviously it would not 100% be the same, but at the same time I was like, dang, it really isn't the same. What I'm referring to is things are not as convenient as in America. For example, if I were to go to Walmart in America, they have everything you need there, like anything. Each aisle has every single thing. If you want to get some makeup, they have a whole makeup aisle with all different makeup brands. If you want to get some cheese, they have a whole different cheese aisle with so many different types of cheeses. If you want to get tools, you can get the tools in the tools aisle. If you want to even get freaking pets like fish, you can get fish, like for your fish tank. Like what I'm trying to say is they have everything in that one particular store. Here in Gambia, I realize, and my family can attest to this, if you want to get one thing, the amount of things you got to go through trying to look for that certain type of thing, looking on Facebook where to find it, asking through friends, do you know where I can get such and such? For the most part, a lot of people just order things offline or order from the next country or wherever. So I'll definitely say keep that in mind, like depending on which African country you do go to, because some are a little bit more developed than others. But in Gambia, yeah, it's quite difficult finding certain things here in one place. You got to go from one place to the next. So that's one thing I don't really like, and it's just a little bit more inconvenient. If you do have to order something, you gotta like have that wait, you know, you can't just have it just like that. And going along with like the whole things not being as convenient is of course what I've mentioned in a lot of my past videos, not having stable internet connection and stable electricity. Thankfully these past couple, like say 2-3 years, the electricity has not been going off like that, knock on wood. When we first came here, it was horrible. It was going off like the whole day. It would go off at like 9 in the morning and not come on till like 9 at night. I'm not even joking you. It would be off like the whole day. And now it's a lot better. It's not as bad with the electricity. But yeah, just know when the electricity goes off, the water goes off too. So that was something I had to get used to. Don't assume that when you're coming over here, it's going to be very similar to how it is in America, because you would definitely be let down. I always find it so annoying when people come here, like they would just like pick out little things about this country, like thinking that it's going to be very similar to how it is in the UK or how it is in America. Like you cannot expect to have the same type of like service and the same type of lifestyle as you would if you were in the West, you know. It's just not the same. So it always kind of irks me when I see people coming here and acting all like high class and high maintenance, just trying to be all bougie and stuff like that, and it's not the same, you know, acting like they can't get this dirty, I can't get my shoes dirty or whatever. Like this is Gambia, there's dust everywhere. So if you're coming here with some pretty shoes and everything, you think you're not gonna get dusty, like be for real. And also keep in mind, even though those things may be a little bit less convenient here, like fast internet, whatever, or stable electricity, just know that there is always solutions to it, like solar power, having Wi-Fi boxes so that you have your own Wi-Fi with you 24/7. It's always on. Yeah, there's always solutions is what I'm trying to get at for anything that I'm mentioning. You just have to definitely do your research before coming here. Next thing, I would definitely say that I wish I knew before coming to Gambia, because I did not do this in the first beginning stages of living here, and it definitely kind of put me behind a little bit, was not getting out as much as I should. When I first came here, like I said in the beginning of this video, I was just 15, and of course some of the things in my mind that I was so fixated on were such nonsensical things that didn't really matter, such as like, oh my god, like I'm gonna miss all my friends in America. When we first came on the trip, all my hair products had to go because I packed it in the wrong suitcase and it was liquid, so I had to throw all that away. So I already came on a bad note, so I had that on my mind thinking that really mattered so much. Just hair products, just dumb teenager things that did not matter when I first came here. I just came here thinking like I don't want to like open up to anybody because I have friends in America. I don't want to make new friends, you know, and forget about them and blah blah blah, you know, like thinking like a teenager. So that sort of stuff didn't really matter, but like I was so fixated on it that I would just stay in the house and not even like care about learning about this whole new country and this whole new environment that I'm in. So I would just stay in the house and be up under my mom and my dad, and wherever they were going, I would go. If they were going out to eat, I would just join along with them, not making my own friends. My two brothers, they were literally the first night they was already out running the streets. I think it was the first or the second night, I don't even know, but the first week, yeah, they were already out meeting people on the beach and talking and blah blah blah, being fast basically. And they picked up on the language quite quick. They picked up on the culture quick, like the ways to get around. They was taking taxis and just like knowing the environment that they were in. They were like definitely knowing the different like learning the different routes, like where to take, where to go here, blah, 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 the different cities. They were just knowing everything because they were actually going out and meeting people and learning about this whole new country. So I would definitely say when you're here, or if you go to a new country or wherever, just definitely take in as much as you can about that country while you're here. Talking to people, of course be smart, don't just talk to anybody. Don't be afraid to let your guard down in a safe way, you know, just speaking to people and opening up and learning about new cultures, trying new foods. Don't come here, if you're coming from America, don't just come here and eat American foods like burgers and fries and pizza and all this fried chicken American stuff, because that's what I was doing. I was just being picky and sticking to what I knew and not trying the new Gambian foods when I first came here, because I was just so like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this country. I don't know anything about it. I miss my friends. I miss cheerleading. I miss this. I miss that. I miss being able to do this in America. Because I was so like, had that in my mind, I was not willing to embrace a new type of lifestyle. And because of that, I missed out on a lot in the beginning stages. But thankfully, I got into school. I met people. Those people introduced me to certain things, their cultures and different foods. And it's been beautiful ever since. And I would never allow myself to be like that. And I always give advice to, if there's any like young people coming here, I always tell them like, definitely go out as much as you can and make friends. If you can join certain types of like classes or schools, wherever you can meet people, definitely do that, because honestly it makes your experience in Gambia a whole lot better when you can definitely do certain things in the Gambia with the actual Gambian people, you know. So yeah, that's something I would definitely say I wish I knew before coming here. Don't be afraid to open up. Like, don't be afraid to try new things, even though it feels so foreign to you. That's the beauty of it all. You don't know what it's going to be. You don't know what's on the other side of trying new things. Why would you want to stay in the same way that you've been all those years in America or wherever you're coming from? Wouldn't you want to make use of being in a whole new country, like to the fullest potential? So ever since I realized that, I was like, yeah, I want to try new things, learn new things as much as I can while living in this place. And that goes for any country that I'm going to be visiting. Any country that I visit, I'm always wanting to try and see everywhere, because it's just so much to learn and so much to know in this world. So many different cultures. Another thing which I feel is very, very important, probably I should have put this first or said this first, but what I wish I knew before moving here is that, you know, of course it may be stressful at first, and I know it feels so hard to look at the positive side, or like, you know, that the better days are coming, but honestly they are coming and they always will come. Like, you just have to keep reminding yourself of that. The culture shock that I experienced when I first came here, guys, is like no other. I know I just say, yeah, we came from Clarksville, Tennessee to Gambia, West Africa, but honestly when I think about it, like, it's Clarksville, like not many people are from Clarksville. Like I don't really know many people that are from Clarksville of all places that have came here. So being that that was such like a small place, all the way to just miles and miles and miles away to this whole entire new country of people that speak languages I don't even know. I don't know any of these faces. I don't know any of these ways around. I've never seen so much dust in my life. Like the amount of things that were going through my mind when we first moved here, like the culture shock, I can't even explain to y'all. I was so like anxious because I didn't know, like, were me and my family actually, like, is this something that's just temporary? Are we really gonna end up liking it here? Like, I could not fully embrace this country because I felt so anxious of like what this new life may bring us. I didn't know that that was something normal, that everybody experiences that. So just know that if you're going to a whole new country that you've never experienced before, keep in mind, I never even heard of the Gambia. So I just came here and I only had 1 year to really prepare to move to the Gambia. So with that being said, that was a whole thing within itself, and I was just so like, it was just crazy. So yeah, just keep that in mind. That's 100% normal to experience if you're going to a country you've probably never heard of before, or something that's just so brand new to you. It's normal. It's very normal to have culture shock. So just know you're gonna most likely experience that, but you'll get over it. And on the other side of that is something so beautiful of just learning a whole nother type of culture and lifestyle. But yeah, I wish in the beginning I just told myself more that, you know, it's gonna be okay. It's something new. It's so yes, it's very foreign to you, and it looks so different from what you're used to. The lights are always off. Like, y'all, this is gonna be a whole new, like a whole nother story time that I have to do. But the first house that we rented out, there was just rats 24/7 everywhere, and I'm not even joking. Like rats as big as my hand, probably bigger than that, but like this big rats, honestly. So that did not help to me already having culture shock and already thinking of this place in a certain type of way. That did not help with that whole stereotype. Let me just say that I could not explain how anxious I felt, because like we are here in this situation. We left this nice big house in America to come to this small house here. In a way, it humbled me. So I'm also grateful for that experience at the same time, because it definitely humbled me and made me realize, you know, you gotta start somewhere. You know, you gotta start somewhere. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all of the things I could say that I probably wish I knew before coming here.
Y'all, I'm at work right now and I'm editing this video, and I just realized that I forgot one very, very important point that I really wanted to put in the video, like as an African American. If you're African American or just an African diasporan in general who maybe doesn't know their roots, this point is very important to know. You know, when I first came here, I was thinking, you know, okay, I'm gonna come here and everybody's gonna claim me as African and everything, and I feel so at home and blah blah blah. But of course, you know, you have those bunches of people who will be like, you're not African, you're Tubab, which here means, Tubab means foreigner or white person. So that was kind of unfortunate. So I just want to let y'all know, you will definitely come across those people who will not see you as African. They'll probably just see you as just another person from the West who has money, and you know, they won't embrace you fully as African. So yeah, it's quite unfortunate, but you know, the lack of education, I don't blame them. So I just definitely want to let y'all know that you will come across people like that here that will probably try and cheat you or rip you off. Like, to them, they don't see you as the same skin color as them. They probably just see you as having money, or as just a foreigner, you know, just a foreigner. But for the most part, a lot of people here are quite welcoming, and you know, treating you as family and embracing you as another fellow African that was just lost in America. But unfortunately, of course, you do have those bunches of people that will treat you like an outsider.
If you're thinking of coming here, guys, I would definitely say take a visit first. Definitely take a visit first. The amount of people, y'all, I don't even have enough fingers for that have came here, you know, just thinking that they've only watched through like maybe my videos, thinking that it was just gonna be sunshine and rainbows and all of these things. Things that I'm saying on my channel is from my own perspective, what I've been living through in the Gambia. Like, of course, that's why I made this channel, is because I want to document my journey. Emphasis on my journey in the Gambia. So things that you see on here, of course, I'm just advising you, but at the end of the day, I would never recommend someone to just quickly just make that move just like that, like, because it's not realistic. I would always recommend, like now of course, make that visit first. Make a visit, even if it's just maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I would say maybe more than at least 2 weeks, maybe like a full month, just to, you know, get the feeling of being here for a long time. It's just so much that goes into moving over here. It's so much money that goes into moving, you know, miles and miles away. So I would definitely say take a vacation here first, okay? Just to kind of like put your feet in the water and test it out and see how you feel about it. Of course, me being 15 when I first moved over here, I didn't really have a choice. I didn't have a choice. But I would say if I was a bit older, and like me now, like if I wanted to like say something before then, I would say definitely test it out first. If you're living here in the Gambia as a repatriate, you've come back to the Gambia or a country in Africa, wherever, leave some comments below, leave some suggestions or advice, what you would give to someone, or what do you wish you knew before moving over here, just to help out the next person and make their journey over here a little bit easier, because it is not easy. It is not easy, I will say that, and it definitely takes a lot of patience. So definitely put in the comments if you have any suggestions or advice you can give the next person. I'm gonna close this video now. If you guys have any suggestions on videos you would like to see me do, things you would like to see me talk on, definitely put in the comments below. I'll be sure to do them. I hope y'all like this video. Give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out a lot as usual. Share this video with a friend, those who are thinking of moving to the Gambia or an African country in general. I'm sure some of these things can, like, you know, work for other African countries as well. And guys, don't forget to check my description. Sometimes I put information in there and some of you may not see it, so definitely always be making sure that you're checking the descriptions and watching the ads on my channel as well. For those of you who do not know, of course, the ads are how I make money through my channel. I love making content on my channel, and of course I feel like being able to monetize my channel is kind of a reward for all of the hard work I put into my videos. So definitely guys, don't forget to watch my ads on my channel. If you would like to donate to my channel and kind of like towards my content creation, all of that information will be in the description below as well as on the screen. Thanks for all of the support and everything, guys. We are very close to 60,000 very soon. I'm hoping to reach it. My goal is to reach 100,000 at the end of the year, and it can only happen if I'm working hard, of course. So I'm definitely gonna put the work in, but guys, help me out as well. Share my videos with your friends, people at school, work, wherever the case may be. Definitely share my video as well. And yeah, I'm gonna reach 100K by the end of this year. I'm manifesting it. It's gonna happen, okay? Mark my words. But anyways, let me just close this video out. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Until then, much love. Peace. Bye, guys.
Everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice, poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it?